Hello Aries, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. For your reading, Aries, we're going to start out with the Wisdom of the Oracle. We're going to see what energy we can pull from this deck. And yeah, we'll just talk about that for a bit. Let's see what the energies are here for you, Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This would be for Aries. This reading is for the week ahead, Aries. All right. Here we go. An unfinished symphony. In the bottom of the deck we have message in a bottle. Interesting. Unfinished symphony. I think Beethoven has an unfinished symphony, if I'm not mistaken. You can look that up and tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel as though the unfinished symphony actually includes a journey. And the reason I say that is because I see that it's card number 10. And I'm reminded of the journey card in the Kipper. Yeah. So I feel as though something stopped right in the middle. Yeah. Like it's unfinished. It's something that someone needs to pick up and finish. It's sweet. It's beautiful. I feel for some of you it's a person. For some of you it definitely could be music. But I feel as though when I look here at number 10, I can't help but realize that, you know, the unfinished symphony is to begin again, because one is right at the beginning, right? Where are we putting that? Okay. Charlie said it goes up here. We'll keep it there. Can't really see it though, can you? All right, here we go. Let's take a look, Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What's coming up for you in the week ahead? The week ahead, please, for Aries. Oh, really? Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck, huh? Okay, Aries. They're just listening, guys. Okay, so it feels a bit heavy. I'm just going to say I'm just going to say it outright. It feels like heavy energy to me, especially when I look at you know, what's going on here, the center of things here. I feel like somebody is in a great regret for this unfinished symphony, and by that I mean that there was either an interruption, or I feel like it's two souls coming together, but there's been interruptions and delays. I feel those interruptions and delays were for a reason, Aries, but I feel you still are experiencing some of those interruptions and delays. Now, the Five of Cups is in the reverse, and so I feel that you're trying to forgive yourself for not finishing the symphony, for not finishing what you started, or for ignoring the project or the person or the relationship or the communication. The Five of Cups in the reverse tells me that, you know, you're unsure about whether there's emotion left here or not. And I think that there is going to be communication. Someone is either going to communicate with you, Aries, or you're going to communicate with someone else. But I feel as though you feel you need to. Yeah, it's a need to communicate. The unfinished symphony is why you want to communicate. I feel like something began and never really got off the ground. I think it has something to do with love. And we have the Star in reverse. And the Star in reverse, it's a little bit of instability. It's instability. It's not really understanding your connection to the world or the universe. And I feel like it's also losing hope. Because in the upright, I feel it is all about hope and connection to the universe and feeling balanced, one foot in the water, one foot in the earth. I feel as though you're losing hope that there's ever going to be communication. Do you feel like somebody wants to tame you? Is that what it is? You don't want to be tamed. I don't know what that means. You don't want to be tamed. Let's keep going here. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you are here brand new, welcome. I hope you'll post down below in the comments and let us know who you are and say hi. Even just an emoji or something that lets me see you, lets me see whatever name you're using, and it's in my mind, right, when I do these readings. If you are my ride or die, thank you for clicking here again. Thank you so, so much. Okay, so I feel, Aries, that you are trying to gain strength. You could also be dealing with someone who is a Leo. I feel like you're trying to gain. Is it gain? Yeah, it's kind of like a muster. Charlie says, kind of muster up. You're kind of trying to muster up the emotional strength to be able to make communication with someone you're not sure really even cares if you connect with them or not. And that's what the losing hope part is. I feel, Aries, it might be you that is going to be doing the communicating, but definitely flip it, y'all. This is a general reading. I feel as though that there is... Yeah, I feel the reason that there was some silence, and the reason that there is somebody's like, yeah, there was silence and it took too long, and the unfinished symphony is apparent. There has to be a new start whenever something ends, right? Unfinished, and it came to an end. I believe it could be another writer, but I do believe that it was Beethoven who has the unfinished symphony, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like there was silence. And that's the unfinished symphony, that there had to be silence after a period of chaos. That's what it feels like. It feels like, look, I'm trying to gather my strength. I'm feeling overwhelmed emotionally. I'm really trying to heal myself. And then I'm going to go. So I feel as though somebody's already made the decision to either call you or connect with you through electronic means, or come to your home, or whatever way they connect with you. Or it could be... you could flip it, Aries. If this is not your story, this might be, you might be familiar with something that your person might be thinking. Wow. Lots of swords. Oh, right in the center of the reading here. Lots of swords. And altogether they are 6. 4, 5, 6. I feel as though, Aries, it might be you that left a connection. You left a connection, unfinished symphony. You may have thought you'd be with this person forever. I feel like the relationship or situation or job itself fell ill, if you know what I mean. It was like deteriorating, and you knew that the connection was sick, but you went through with it anyway. I feel like with 6 swords in the center here, all told here, I feel like you end up leaving. Yeah. And in leaving, I feel as though you still have someone on your mind. Because you're feeling overly emotional, I feel like you're also feeling very defensive. You've been hurt so many times. I feel like you're coming from a place that you were very hurt, and you're very defensive. I feel like there is a situation here, though, that does require clarity. And I feel when I look at the 2 of Cups that it almost feels like that there should be a question mark on the side. It feels like love, question mark, because I see the star in the reverse. And the star to me is losing hope. It's, lackluster. It's not really being able to, the star is a degree of light, but it, stars in the night sky can make it, when you look up, look bright, but it doesn't really offer a whole lot of light on the ground, right? I feel, though, that somebody here has decided that they're going to go. They're going to leave the place that they were in. And I don't know if that's a job or a relationship, and I feel it's for love. I feel somebody has learned lessons. Someone, I feel, Aries, that you're going to communicate with someone that you've been watching online, or communicate with someone that you've come to know some more information about. Maybe you have questions, but I feel ultimately that you've been watching someone that you're in love with. That's what it looks like to me. Okay, so that makes sense. So I feel, wow, Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. What I feel is going on here is we have the 3 and the 2, which is 5, right? Started out with the 5 of Cups up there. I feel like, yeah, Aries, I feel like you have some regrets here about love. I feel like you really want to have a reunion with someone that you've been watching online or someone that you have dug up some information on. I feel like you've been studying someone and watching them. And it isn't in a creepy way, you all. I feel like it is an online thing. So wherever you are online, I feel like for those of you who are watching as a cross watcher, I feel like your Aries is watching you all the time. Yeah. But I feel like this is closer and closer, a reunion in love. I feel as though you Aries, that you do have a regret for this not happening already. And there's the regret. I feel like you want to get clarity. You want to have communication with somebody you've been watching, but you're terrified. How come all the swords are at the heart of the matter? You're up in your head. You gotta let it go. We've got 9 and 1 is 10, right? 9, 1 is 10. So you've got to let it go. You've got to close the cycle. And if the cycle is the cycle of silence, I feel like that's what you're going to close. I feel like you're ready to fight for a connection that possibly you weren't ready to fight for before this communication. I feel like it's time for you to do whatever it is. You've been manifesting, yeah. Your manifestation is about to come true here. So either you are thinking about someone else or someone else is thinking about you, but either way, it looks like y'all have been manifesting, getting together. It's been someone that you've been completely detached from. So this is complete silence and detachment. It's also, maybe you were having a hard time with finances in a marriage. That could be as well. It feels more like a disconnect, though, that there may have been a disconnect in a marriage for you, and you went straight into manifestation mode, asking the universe to give you whatever it is that you should need to move forward. And the universe says, okay, here you go. It's time. There you go. It's time for the reunion. And that throws a monkey wrench into the whole damn thing. Because what I feel is going on here is that you didn't necessarily... I feel like you have attraction for someone and you want to go see someone. You definitely do. And I feel like it's been a very long time since you've spoken with this person. And I think you're freaked out about the scenario, about what might go down, maybe. I feel like there was no communication from you, Aries, because you could have fallen ill. You could have been really sick. I feel like something was going wrong in your personal life, and you weren't only feeling overly emotional, but you were also feeling unwell. So it could mean that you were maybe dealing with panic or distress or depression. I'm not diagnosing anybody. I'm just saying those are all feelings that I feel. So it could be that you didn't feel well. Okay. So you want to go, but you've been overthinking it, and that's why the 9 of Swords is here. And I got to say, I've never seen so many swords show up in the middle of a reading. Right smack dab in the middle. So I feel like you're thinking about moving ahead here. So we have the Knight of Swords who's charging in, right? And I feel like you want to do that. I feel like you just want to move quicker than things have been moving. I feel like you want to go quicker, but there you go. That's what's stopping you. It's self. You are stopping you from this. Look what's here. A reunion and a lot of love. And someone who's picking you as well. But I feel as though you can't get it off your mind. You can't stop thinking about it. Staying up, thinking about it. You're up in your head. You haven't made a decision to go yet. But you do see the positive in going. I think you're going to go at the last second. I think you're going to be in the area where the person lives and you're going to say, hey, I'm in the area. I don't think it's going to be planned at all, but I think it's going to be, this has been on your mind for a long time. The communication has been on your mind for a long while. There's the Six of Swords. So yes, that's what it's about. It's about love. It's about you having a really, really deep depth of love for someone. Someone that you haven't had any communication with, I feel. Just looking on the bottom of the deck, which is the future for me. Yeah, you were trying to hold on tight to this family, but it was toxic. I'm sorry. If that's you, I'm sorry. You were trying to hold on to it, and really all that kept this family together was fear. Fear of what would happen if you left. Fear of the implosion. Fear, fear, fear. Yeah. Fear of love. Yeah. So I feel like you're going to go when you feel that it's the right time to go. We've already seen the Wheel of Fortune under the at the bottom of the deck. It is time to go, or it will be shortly. Just going to clarify that 8 of Wands there. We want to see what's going on here. 8 of Wands. What's this communication about, please? It's about, I'm sorry I didn't take the cup when you offered it. Yeah, I think that's the regrets we're seeing here. We've got five cups in reverse here, and we've got 5 cups in the upright. I'm sorry I didn't take the cup when you offered it. Yeah. I feel like somebody is realizing that they gave up something that was pretty beautiful. And now that they've realized that they gave it up, maybe you, Aries, maybe your person, now you're thinking that person is all that. Yeah, it's a realization. It's a realization, I feel, that you have missed out on something pretty grand, pretty great, because you won't make a sacrifice. Okay, you did make a sacrifice. Or you're thinking about it. So for some of you, you've already made the sacrifice, and the sacrifice, I feel, was that you decided the marriage was over and you had to sacrifice the family life. For some of you, I feel that you agreed or hung there in the hanged man energy and had a knowing it was over. And now you're thinking about the things that you could have had rather than spending the time waiting for this marriage to die. Yeah, you were waiting, right? But I feel like there is good news here, and we do have the Page of Wands, and that is the new path and passion. I feel like this other person, this scenario here with the 2 of Cups and the 3 of Cups, I feel like is a reunion with someone you see as your perfect match. When the Lovers comes up for me, I feel like it's mirrored energy. I feel like both sides of the card are identical to me. Almost identical. And I feel like, yeah, that you mirror this person and they mirror you, and I feel like you have emotional feelings for them. But I also feel like you walked away from them at some point, that there was to be a new start and you walked away from it. But I feel like now you want to backtrack. That's what I feel like this is. I feel like wherever you were, you're going to leave there and you want to go. You want to have the new start. But it's not yet, because I feel as though you're moving first. Like you might be moving away somewhere or changing a house. A new start in a new home, because the family is broken down. I feel like you're working hard on something. And in the meantime, I think that you're trying to think it all out. So new house means moving, and, you know, sometimes it means renos or moving walls or whatever. And I think maybe that's how you're occupying your time, trying to exhaust yourself so you can move forward. Trying to exhaust yourself to keep ahead of your head crap, because I think mostly it keeps you awake. The fact that there's been no communication here, it is about, you two are about to communicate, I believe, but there has been no communication here, I feel. And there we go. King of Swords. You're about to communicate. Yeah. I'm going to go for now. I hope that was something somebody wanted to hear. I love you guys, and I will be back next week. Bye-bye.